Welcome back, sports fans, to Liberty High School. This is the Merritt Truax Memorial Northwest Shootout. We've had the girls' action already. If you listen to that game, it was an exciting game. Oregon won that game 84-76. We're getting ready for the start of the boys' game, and we've got some outstanding players here for both teams. Some of the players playing for Oregon I've done play-by-play for during the year, and I can tell you both teams are loaded. The Oregon team has on it Elijah Gonzalez from Clackamas, the great point guard who's going to go to Portland State. Isaac Bonton from Class 5A Park Rose, who had a number of 40-point games during the season. Spencer Hoffman, the 6'10 player from Churchill, is on this team. Cameron Parker, who played for Jesuit, he's on this team. Let's see, Gino West, the two-time PIL Player of the Year. The interesting thing, and you were pointing out to me before these games started, a number of the players for Oregon are undecided about their college careers. I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's interesting. And again, being a girls coach for 25 years, I don't know quite the insights. That might be something that we could ask a Tyler Toney or one of the boys coaches that Ryan gets on his show, why that happens with the undecideds. But, 100% of those girls players were committed. And there's some pretty talented boys out there right now that are undecided. Maybe that's just the nature of the game. Maybe they wait a little bit longer to make their decisions. There's two players I'm really excited to see. It's Zach Reichel out of Wilsonville, heading down to Oregon State, and then on the Washington squad, Jaylen Null from Garfield High. I remember the old days when I used to go out to Mount Hood Community College, and they had a lot of boys players from Garfield, and so I was watching him dunk before the game, and so I'm really excited to see how he can play a little bit. It'll be fun today.
All right, the head coaches for Oregon is Larry Doty, and the assistant coach is Dominic Doty. The head coach for Washington is Kefri Pazio from West Seattle High, and his assistants are Pat Fitterer and Connie Richardson. So we're about ready. We'll introduce all the players for both teams. They'll introduce an Oregon player and a Washington player, and then they won't introduce, I don't believe, the starting lineups. They did it for the girls.
Yeah, they just go one at a time. It's kind of a neat deal. Again, these all-star games, really about just getting everybody out there, having a great time, and being competitive, too.
Thanks for joining us here at Oregon Sports Beat. I'm Dave Hall, along with Kurt Guelsdorf, the head coach of the Oregon City Girls. The girls' game was very, very exciting. The MVP of the girls' game was Avina Westbrook, number 22 from South Salem. All right, Oregon dressed in white, Washington in black. We'll have 3 referees in this game, and we do have a shot clock, although I don't expect to see it very often. We had it one time in
the last one, and I probably would guess, I'll bet you, 0 times in this game unless it comes to the end of the game. So
boys don't like that shot clock right now.
And the ability to create space that the boys play with, I'm a big college basketball fan, both on the men's and women's side, and the ability to create space on the men's game is just a little bit different than the women's side.
He wears number 15. He's Joey Bedoya.
All right, our first introduction for Washington, number 15, Joey Bedoya.
Representing the state of Oregon, 6'1" from Springfield High School.
All right, the first player introduced for Oregon, 6'1", Springfield High School, headed to Portland State to play football, Nicholas Assam.
And the most valuable player of the league for 2 straight years. He is a scholar athlete. He will be attending Portland State University in the fall to play football. He averages 19 points per game. Second number 14, Nicholas Assam.
Nicholas Assam, 6'1", Springfield High School, and he's going to play football at Portland State.
It's one of the 2 football players here. There's a Washington player that's going to go to BYU to play some football.
And the 2016-17 South Puget Sound League Defensive Player of the Year. First team All South Puget Sound League and WIBC.
All right, the next player introduced for Washington is Cameron Cranston, 6'6" from Union High School. Hasn't decided where he's going to go to college yet. Wait a minute, let me back up and make sure that's right.
Representing Oregon, 5'9" from Clackamas High School. He was selected 2015.
All right, that was actually Sindhu Diallo.
First team all tournament. Les Schwab Invitational, first team all tournament.
All right, the second player for Oregon, you'll recognize his name. That's number 4. This is Elijah Gonzalez. Played at Clackamas High School, headed to Portland State. Gonzalez, all kinds of honors.
For a state tournament MVP and a 2-time GSHL Most Valuable Player. He's the All-Region Southwest Washington Player of the Year and first team All-State by the Seattle Times. He averages 19.9 points and 6.7 rebounds per game. He wears number 30. It's Cameron Cranston.
All right, the third player introduced for the Washington team, that's Cameron Cranston, 6'6" from Union High School.
6'2". He's a Bronco from Park Rose High School.
He was the Washington 4A Player of the Year. The next player for Oregon, 6'2" from Park Rose High School, 5A player Isaac Bonton.
3.8 points and 10.5 rebounds per game. He is the one and the only, number 23, Isaac Bonton.
He's a 2-time first-team All-League Player of the Year, first-team All-State, 2-time second-team All-State. Bonton with a number of games in the 40-point range.
He was the 2016 WIBCA 2A Player of the Year and the WIAA 2A Player of the Year.
Next player for Washington.
Tournament MVP. He is the Tacoma News Tribune first-team All-State and the Tacoma News Tribune All-Area Player of the Year. He will be attending Boise State University this fall.
6'5" from Foss High School. This is Roberto Gittins.
Number 24, Roberto Gittins.
You might recognize him. He was the 2016 Les Schwab Slam Dunk Champion. All right, the next player for Oregon, 6'10" from Churchill High School, and that is Spencer Hoffman. Not decided yet where to go to school. One of the many players on the Oregon roster that has not decided. First team All Midwestern League 2014, 15, 16, and 17. Spencer Hoffman, and a big player.
First team Greater Spokane League is the Greater Spokane League first team scoring and rebounding champion. He's the Shale Park Scholar Athlete of the Year.
All right, the next player for Washington, that is number 34, Tanner Groves from Shadle Park High School. That's in Spokane. He's going to go to Eastern Washington. Tanner Groves.
Representing Oregon, 6'9" from Clackamas High School. He's a all-conference selection for 2 straight years.
6'9" from Oregon, from Clackamas High School, Matthew O'Brien. With Gonzalez running the offense at Clackamas, the big guy in the middle who did all the damage inside, and that was Matthew O'Brien. They were the Mount Hood Conference champions. He wears number 20. For Washington,
he will be attending the University of Washington this fall.
Headed to the University of Washington, first team Seattle All-Star player, 6'5" from Garfield High School, and that's Jalen Knoll.
2 inches from Jesuit High School. He was selected first team All-Metro and the Metro League Player of the Year.
Next player for Oregon, from Jesuit High School, 6'2", Cameron Parker. He averaged almost 26 points a game, and another one of the Oregon players undecided where he's headed to college.
Representing the state of Washington, 6'3" from Washington's Curtis High School. He's a first-team All-South Puget Sound League selection.
Next player for the University of Washington.
Santa Barbara Holiday Classic. He's been selected to the Washington 4A first-team All-State Tournament team. He is the South Puget Sound League MVP. He averages 16.1 points and 6.9
All right,
rebounds.
and that player, 6'3" from Curtis High School, John Moore. He's one of the few Washington players who hasn't decided where he's going to play in college. You know, here it is, almost the middle of April, and we've got some undecided. So some of these kids have a lot of planning to do.
Yes, that's for sure. And I think, this last window, there's that last signing period where some people are going to get after it. These boys will find a spot.
All right, number 52 for Oregon, 6 foot tall from West Lynn High School, Braden Olson. He's undecided. By the way, West Lynn, Peyton Pritchard last year set the record in this tournament for points in a game with 45.
He was spectacular in this game.
For Washington, number 2, that is Nate Pryor. He attended Seattle High School, the 3A school, and he's headed to Seattle University. He's the Metro League Player of the Year in Washington. The 5A State Player of the Year in Oregon, Zach Reichel. He's from Wilsonville, and he is headed to Oregon State University. He's 6'5".
He's one of the players I think to watch in this game. Smooth score. Guy who can play both ends of the floor.
He averaged 25 points a game. Next for the Washington boys.
I think it took me 3 games to get 25 points back in the old days.
It took me a season.
although I probably should stay to stop the other guy. He used to be able to score a little bit. It was just the defensive end that I think.
Well, it's been so long since I was in high school that 25 points was the final score.
Yes,
of the game.
There you go. I would say to just shoot in a peach basket, Dave, but I think you'd get mad at me.
Yeah, somebody had to go up the ladder and hit the ball.
There you go.
All right. Our next player for Oregon is Khalid Thomas from West Lynn. He's 6'9".
Washington, 6'5" inches from Seattle Prep High School. He was selected 2007.
All right, for Washington, this is number 33.
2017 state tournament.
Colin Welp, he's 6'5", he's from Seattle Prep, and he's going to head to UC Irvine. And then the last player for Oregon, player I've seen a couple of times this year, 6'3" from Jefferson High School, the state champions. This is Gino West. West, the 2-time PIL Player of the Year. And Gino undecided where he's headed to college. A very smooth player.
Say hello to number 24, Gino West.
All right, that's the rosters for the 2 teams. We're about ready to get this one underway. 2 20-minute halves here. Girls game, the 2 teams started off, they were pretty nervous to get started. We were 14-6 like 6 minutes into the game, but everybody got it going then.
Yeah, I think it's really a well-played second half in that game. Both teams really settled in, took care of the ball, got good shots, and again, Oregon prevailed. That athleticism, and again, Ben Duini, India Fly, Vina Westbrook, and their defense was spectacular. Excited for this boys game.
Wouldn't you like to have those 5 players on your team coach them?
I think I look out here today and there's about 40 guys and girls that I would take in a heartbeat, and I'm sure that their coaches are very proudly watching their young men and women out there and enjoying a great time in front of a great crowd here at Liberty High School.
All right, out on the court to start for Oregon. Number 24 is out there. That is Gino West. Number 23 also out there, and that is Isaac Bonton. So Weston Bonton. Number 20, that's Matthew O'Brien from Clackamas. Number 33 is Zach Reichel. That's the player we were talking about from Wilsonville that's headed to Oregon State. And number 4, and you pretty much expected him to be on the court, and that's Elijah Gonzalez. Gonzalez makes things happen, both offensively and defensively. O'Brien jumping for Oregon. It's up and it's tipped, controlled by Washington. And Gonzalez right away knocks it away. Inside, a turnaround jumper, and that's good.
A little bit of a broken play there, and 2 points by Pryor.
Pryor with 2. Washington comes right back inside. You're right, Kurt. There's not going to be any shot clock violations here.
No, I don't see so. Pretty spectacular coast-to-coast play there by Jalen now. Block shot out of bounds by O'Brien.
Inbound the ball, the shot right away, doesn't go. Fight for the rebound inside. And Gino West comes down with it. West quickly down court. Got the ball, sends it, pass, tipped out of bounds. Oregon will still have the ball. West, Bonton, Gonzalez, Reichel, and O'Brien. O'Brien at 6'9" under the basket. That's Reichel for three, a long way, no. He hit the net, but not the rim.
A little bit deep there, but again, all-star game, no one's gonna say two words about that one. Zach Reichel's probably made a few of those in his lifetime.
We're a minute into the game. Washington leads 2-0. Oregon boys have won 4 in a row. Washington girls have won 3 in a row till Oregon won this one. There's a shot right under the basket, and that's good.
Yeah, that was Jalen now inside. He's a physical specimen. You can see why the University of Washington is excited to get him. That's another bucket by now.
So right away, now with a couple of buckets, it's 6-0, and we're gonna go to the line. Yes, we are, but no Washington player is gonna go up there. Now at the line, he has 4 for the 6. On the way, Jalen Knoll with 5 in the game now. 7-0. There's inside, O'Brien puts up the shot, it doesn't go.
Rebound Gittens there, and he's going to take it coast to coast and pull it up.
That doesn't go. Rebound West. Here comes Oregon. West down, inside, reverse layup, doesn't go. Ryan tries to put it back, but there was a whistle before that.
I think West is going to go to the foul line here, shoot 2. Try to get Oregon on the board.
Gino West goes to the foul line.
Since Gino West to the line.
West, the 2-time PIL Player of the Year for Jefferson. There's the free throw, it's good. First points on the board for Oregon, 7-1 our score. Second shot, West gets both of them. 7-2.
And both teams just straight man-to-man in the All-Star game here.
There's a three-pointer from outside, that goes. Nice shot then. Tanner Groves. Bonton for a 3. Isaac comes back with a 3-3. There's a shot from the corner for 3 for Washington, and that goes. Number 30 with that shot, that is Cameron Cranston. 13-5, Washington lead. A shot, that doesn't go. To West, West moves inside, puts it up, that doesn't go. Fight for the rebound. Washington comes down with it. Gonzalez steals it away. Back to Gonzalez. The shot, yes. That's what sets Elijah Gonzalez apart. And there's a shot for Washington.
Yeah, we're going to have to keep on our track shoes for this game here, Dave.
Whoa. We're
going up and down. Reichel with a missed 3 there.
Turnaround by O'Brien. The putback, that doesn't go. 6'9", turnaround. Missed.
So you're going to have to get out to the three-point line. These guys are going to let it fly.
And they are. This is Isaac Bonton. Bonton, a pull-up jumper. And that was from another zip code. Bonton wanted that shot no matter what. 15-7. 16:53 left to go here. First half, boys action, Oregon and Washington in the Northwest Shootout. Oregon girls won 84-76. Turnaround in the lane, drops through. That was Jalen Knoll, who has 7 already in the game.
Yeah, that's the future Husky there, and he looks like a Pac-12 player just from where we're at. His size and length, you can tell. He's a big-time player.
And he's guarding out on the post. Down the lane, Bonton rolls it, misses it. O'Brien tries to put back, doesn't go. 17-7, 10-point lead already. And there's a ball saved in the corner underneath the basket. A layup. Nice shot that time.
Roberto Gibbons, timeout, Oregon.
That was Roberto Givens with the bucket, and the lead is 12 here right off the bat. 19-7.
Yeah, the Washington squad clearly has some weapons there, and each of them, the three-point line is something they can knock it down, and that makes it incredibly tough to guard. When you've got 5 players that can shoot threes, you have to stretch your defense, and then the ability to go inside off of that is pretty scary. And the Oregon squad, I think, again, just settle down, they'll be all right. Just a matter of defensively going to have to find their guys in transition a lot sooner.
Washington already a couple of threes in the game. Oregon has one, that was Bonton. So 19-7. A couple of new players out on the court, but this is Gonzalez. Gonzalez likes to wear those green neon shoes, has those on. Stolen away. Not often you see Gonzalez throw the ball away, but he did. 19-7, here comes Washington.
And the adjustment a little bit to the length. Everybody's an all-star now. Everybody's a college-level player.
Everybody's a league player of the year. Washington
That's a
down the lane.
Nice curl play.
Bucket by Joey Bedoya.
Bedoya did a nice job coming off what we call a pin-down screen on the back. He curled it. Gonzalez was trailing, and I bet you Bedoya outweighs him by 50 pounds and just unable to make a play there.
Bedoya at the line, chance for a three-point play. Eyes the basket on the way, gets it. Bedoya with 3 in the game. The lead is 15, 22-7. Oregon's got to settle down, get some good shots, and get some buckets. Gonzalez. Inside, the shot, that doesn't go. Right now, Oregon having shooting woes.
Yeah, Thomas forced that one a little bit again in an all-star game. That's going to happen, but Oregon needs a good shot right now. Whatever Coach Doty can draw up maybe in the next time out, or get a good look at the rim. They're struggling a little bit to get shots.
Washington jumper in the lane, doesn't go, fight for the rebound. Oregon comes down with it. Kind of out of control. The ball bounces around, gets back, and a nice shot that time. Ball bounced loose, picked up in the lane with the shot and the score. That was Khalid Thomas.
That's one of those ones, it's better to be lucky than good.
They come right back, get the ball ahead. A breakaway by Thomas, and he hits another bucket. 2 buckets in a stretch of about 15 seconds. Makes it 22-11. Washington inside. Double pressure that time, turn around, the shot.
Little extra hop there down inside. Again, good idea. He was under control. Just a little bit of a drag of the pivot foot by number 33 there, Colin Welp.
The European step.
Yeah, you know, you don't see a lot of back to the basket play anymore. I think he was heading towards something good. Just traveled. Extra step.
22-11. Washington leads. 14-10 left to go in the first half. Oregon down the lane. The shot in the lane doesn't go. Rebound Washington. Quickly ahead in the lane. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up under the basket. Blocked. Inbounded the shot.
Terrific save there by Bedoya, going out of bounds under. Looks like it's number 10 at the foul line there, Sindhu Dalio.
Actually, I think at the foul line it's 21,
Oh,
John
sorry.
Moore.
Gotcha.
Moore at the line. That's the 3rd personal foul on Oregon. Moore. It's good. 23-11. Why isn't Washington playing anybody back on the free throws?
You know, I think in this situation, Coach Fitter is probably just looking to get guys matched up rather than worrying about rebounding and maybe a miss that might happen 2 out of 10 times. So, again, Normally you're not going to see that in any high school or college game except for late in the game.
There's a shot for three and drilled.
Braden Olson, West Lynn High School, that's his specialty, knocking down threes.
Braden Olson with the three, his first points in the game. 24-14, it's a 10-point lead. It was 15 at 22-7. Jumper bounces around and goes in. Number 32 with the bucket. That is Ryan Wren.
That's Ryan Rico. That's
Ryan Rico, the
yes.
coach's son.
The girls' coach's son.
Spencer Hoffman with a bucket. Nice job, 6'10" inside, comes up with that and puts it up and in. And a foul, it'll be on Washington.
It looked like they called the hook there on the Washington squad. They're going to go the other way. Again, Oregon's starting to settle down a little bit.
Yellow with the bucket, or with a foul that time. 26-16. Since it was 22-7, Oregon has outscored Washington 9-4. There's a shot from way outside for three, and yes.
That's Thomas again, and that's 7 points in the last 5 minutes for Thomas. That's really helped the Oregon squad.
Khalid Thomas with 7. Inside the little hook, doesn't go, rebound inside by Oregon. There's a shot for three, and that goes. Wow.
Parker, nice setup by Olson, kind of dribbled into the paint, turned around and pitched it back, and Oregon's coming back into this ball game.
Oregon was down by 15, they're now down by 4. Cameron Parker from Jesuit with that bucket. Inside, rolls around, doesn't go. Nice job defensively inside that time by O'Brien. Oregon with the ball in the corner. There's the shot for three, no. Rolls in and out.
And Washington there with the timeout after the Oregon run, getting 5 guys back in the game. Again, turning into the game that we thought it would. Up and down, lots of three-pointers, especially early by the Washington squad. And Oregon's kind of settled down into the ball game.
After Washington got ahead 22-7, Oregon has outscored them 15-4.
Yeah, the Washington squad, again, started out hot, and then the Oregon squad, again, not knowing how lineups interact. Coach Doty found a lineup that worked there with that second group. And probably there really isn't a first or second group. It's more of just getting guys out there and finding out who plays well together when the lights get turned on.
Well, Khalid Thomas and Cameron Parker look like they played pretty well together.
Yeah, Thomas made an impact there, a little bit like we talked about with Thomas Taylor in that first game.
Down the lane and just lays that one in.
That was Tanner Groves with a nice, sweet little right-hand lay-in.
Groves has 7 in the game. There's O'Brien for three. That's going to bounce and off the rim, picked up by Washington. Corner shot for three. That goes.
Yeah, that's that transition D I talked about. Oregon has got to get matched up in transition or Washington will hurt them.
Cranston hit that three, and that was his second. Boy, the action has really taken off. There's a shot. That's good for 2. Cranston's hit 5 points in the last 30 seconds, and he has 8 in the game.
Cranston has a smooth shot. I'm just sitting up here watching him. That release is nice.
3 shots at the bucket by Oregon, all missed. Washington with the ball. 33-24 in the corner for 3, left-handed. Doesn't go. O'Brien gets the rebound, sends it ahead. Pull-up three-pointer, short.
Yeah, contested 3 there. That's a tough shot.
That was Nicholas Assam. 33-24, 10-14 left to go here in the first half. Washington with the ball and a 9-point lead. Turnaround jump shot, that's not going to go, and tipped out of bounds, and it is Oregon ball. That looked like it could go any way, either way.
tough one there. Again, we're up here, and I'm trying to make friends today, so we'll just say that Randy got that one right. Longtime official Randy Swore down there. I've said him many times.
Trying to make friends today.
I am. I'm working on it.
There's O'Brien, reverse layup. Nice shot. Matthew O'Brien from Clackamas, his first bucket in the game. For three, outside, short. Here comes Oregon. Parker dishes off. Nice dish off.
Nice play. That was Spencer Hoffman on the assist there from Parker. Big, strong finish. Big time play.
And Parker's making his presence known. A three-pointer, a nice assist that time. Hoffman to the line. He has 4 in the game. The lead back down to 5. Hoffman with a chance for a three-point play on the way. Yes.
Parker made some good decisions early. Shot it when he was open, passed it when he had the pressure. Made an impact in this game so far.
He averaged 25 points a game at Jesuit. And that's out of bounds and going to be off of Oregon.
Again, out of bounds underneath. Real tough for these guys to get too much stuff in, so you'll see some really simple out of bounds action by both teams.
Pull up three-point shot doesn't go. Here comes Gino West. West to pull up three-pointer. That's in and out. Rebound, turn around inside the shot. Doesn't go. That's going to send Hoffman to the line.
They get a putback on the last possession, and then that rebound put back there by Hoffman. Again, another big body making his presence down.
Hoffman can get the lead down to 2. There's the first one.
Nice soft touch there for the big guy.
Hoffman, 6'10". Averaged almost 18 points a game, gets the second one.
But sometimes you see big guys that don't have a soft touch. That looked like a couple of nice releases, nice form, and knocked him down.
33-31.
Good rotation there defensively by Oregon. Block shot by O'Brien.
O'Brien with a great job. Down to Parker. Parker underneath the basket. And Parker with the shot. Parker ties this up. 33-33. Who'd have thought that?
That was a sweet transition there. Block shot, one pass, lay in.
O'Brien to Parker and the bucket. Nice play that time. A little turnaround spin move. Roberto Gittins with the bucket.
It might have been Tanner Groves there on that.
Okay.
That was some big time footwork. Again, footwork kind of a lost art these days. He did a heck of a job.
Groves
and he's leaking out again.
Ahead, a slam dunk. That one by Groves, Tanner Groves.
A couple of back-to-back buckets there by Groves.
He has 11 in the game. The lead back up to 4 after it was even. Dishes off from the side for 3, in and out.
Groves is a D1 commit there at Eastern Washington.
Hoffman with a rebound, got to save it, he does. In the corner, Gino West, and I think he traveled, he did.
Yeah, that's one of those ones. I could have a long talk about the travel, non-travel call with today. We could go on for hours, but yeah, it looks like he split his feet, and that one was called. Sometimes,
remember,
I'm trying to make friends. Sometimes they let that one go, and it's kind of a mystery, but in this game, they called it, and hopefully they keep calling it and be consistent for both teams.
37-33, 7 minutes left in the first half. Liberty High School, Oregon and Washington in the Northwest Shootout. Underneath the layup, and that goes. That bucket by Nate Pryor. The pull-up jumper by Bonton doesn't go. Tipped inside, that doesn't go. And ahead, O'Brien back, long three-pointer, doesn't go. Here comes Gonzalez. Gonzalez underneath, there's Bonton.
Terrific pass by O'Brien. In the air, catches, turns, fires to Bonton.
Bonton's only second basket in the game. Reverse layup, and that goes.
That's Jalen now there.
And now that's been a while since he scored. He has 9 in the game. Gonzalez for 3, yes. 5 in the game for Gonzalez. 41-38, 3-point lead. Washington, we had a lot of contact there.
Foul against Gonzalez. Pryor was put his head down. He was going, no matter who was in his way.
Liberty High School, the Northwest Shootout. Washington 41, Oregon 38. I'm Dave Hall along with Kurt Guelsdorf. Oregon Sports Brief bringing you live action here. Washington to inbound the ball. Shot for 3, no. Fight for the rebound. Gonzalez has it taken away, a reverse layup. And that by Pryor, his 3rd bucket in the game. Inside, dishes off. There's the shot for 3, short. Washington with the ball. The lead is 5 now, 43-38. 6 minutes left to go here in the first half. There's the shot, doesn't go. Gonzalez again with the rebound, smallest player on the court. Dish off on the side, back to Gonzalez for 3, yes!
Couple of threes there by Gonzalez. Nice pass by Braden Olson. Real unselfish play there, right back to Gonzalez for the wide open look.
Gonzalez with 8 in the game. Inside, that's not going to count. Whistle before the tip in. 43-41. Gonzalez with 8 in the game. Bonton with 5. Leading scorer for Oregon, Khalid Thomas with 7. I'm sorry, Gonzalez with 8. That is Knoll at the line, misses the first free throw. Knoll has 5 in the game. He'll be headed to the University of Washington next year.
Yeah, again, interesting with the coaching change up there at UW. Mike Hopkins comes from Syracuse to take over for longtime head coach Lorenzo Romar. A guy who I got to know over the years, who was really very gracious. Hopefully he'll land on his feet. But again, great man, and I know that Washington's probably looking forward to maybe a little change and gets a different direction for the program.
There's the putback. The putback by Thomas, and now he is the leading scorer in the game with 9. Interesting situation is Syracuse, longtime assistant expected to take over for Jim Boeheim, walks out of that program and takes the Washington job.
Yeah, the idea of Jim Boeheim being forced to retire, I think, would have made it uncomfortable for Coach Hopkins. So I think probably great decision by him. I think it allowed Syracuse now to extend Jim Boeheim's contract. So I think that problem solved rather than an uncomfortable season. And Coach Boeheim's then to get a little testy around the university when it comes to his head coaching job. So probably best for everybody.
All right, the first free throw, Zach Reichley from Wilsonville, 44-44. This shot could actually put the Oregon team in the lead, and it is.
Yeah, Reichel, Gatorade Player of the Year here in Oregon.
Averaged 25 points a game for Wilsonville. That's his first 2 points. Great defense for Oregon. Shot in the corner for 3, no. Tipped inside, rebound. Way ahead to Gonzalez. Can he get a shot off? No. Puts it up in the air. The lob pass to Thomas, and he slam dunked it.
And it all started out with a terrific defensive rotation down low. Reichel got the rebound and the outlet quickly.
Turnaround jumper.
That was Ryan Rico.
Bonton, who likes to do that. He likes to go coast to coast. There's a huge three-pointer attempt. Thomas with the rebound. 49-46, ball loose on the floor, and we might have somebody with a twisted ankle down there. It's Thomas.
Yeah, the pace of play right now is fast and furious, and I know that movie came out this weekend, so maybe that was prophetic of me with that little analogy. So, yeah, again, just what we expected, up and down, some really spectacular plays. The pull-up three that everybody loves now has probably been the lowest percentage shot, but again, one that kids are in love with these days. But so far so good in this entertaining boys game.
I didn't have a chance to see Thomas. It looked to me like he had turned his ankle, but I'm not sure. Oregon leads 49-48, 4:02 left to go here in the first half. We're going to be in the hundreds.
Oh, easy. Yeah, we're gonna lose that 100 mark maybe halfway through the second half. Who knows?
Maybe halfway through the second half. So 49-48, Oregon in the lead. They were behind at one point in time by 15 at 22-7. A slow start, but they've got it going here lately.
Yeah, again, I know to compare the games, it appears to me that the Washington team thrives a little bit more in the half-court game, and the Oregon team really likes to just get up and go. And again, not watching a ton of boys games, but this to me, I tell you what, is some athletic kids out here making spectacular plays.
I was looking for Thomas. He's not on the court and he's not on the bench. Oh, I'm sorry.
There he is right there. So he seems to be okay.
I couldn't see him because he was right in front of me. Oregon. There's Thomas. There's the shot. Drilled it for 3. 14 in the game for Thomas.
Major impact player for sure in the Oregon squad.
Inside, pull-up jumper, too hard.
Oh, my.
The putback slammed home.
That looked like number 21, John Moore, on a pretty good pick and roll. He cleaned up the mess and put that home with authority.
Shot, missed. Rebound ahead, quickly inside.
Oh!
And what a block by Thomas.
Yeah, that was some skywalking.
That was number 25, Thomas.
Diallo's going to shoot 2 on that block one. And again, we're going to defer. Those guys are a little closer, but that was fun to watch right there.
Thomas, of course, from West Lynn, first team all-league. 52-50. Second shot on the way. That doesn't go. Tipped. Rebound. Quickly ahead. Reichel sends it underneath. That shot doesn't go. That was by Hoffman.
Yeah, I think they expected Hoffman to cut in a little quicker there. Maybe an offensive foul there.
Tanner Groves takes back in Washington.
All right, Tanner Groves takes a seat. 52-50. Oregon leads. 2:40 left to go here. First half. Northwest shootout. Oregon with the ball. Parker. Reichel for 3. Short. Front iron.
Yeah, didn't quite have his feet set on that one, you could tell.
We got a bunch of
Diallo coast to coast there. Oh my. That was some serious speed.
We've got a bunch of coast-to-coast action going on.
We do.
Players driving the length of the court to get their own shot.
Diallo's from Curtis High School there up in the Seattle area. There's a couple Curtis players on this team. Him and number 21, John Moore. I bet you that was fun to watch on Tuesdays and Fridays up there in Seattle.
All right, we're Washington ahead with that free throw, 53-52. Oregon with the ball. Inside, dishes out. Not able to get a shot off.
Clock.
Hoffman puts it up, short, air ball, and that's a shot clock violation. Referee signals you got to take it out because of shot clock violation. I thought we weren't going to have it.
Yeah, a little awkward here. Those shot clocks are kind of in a weird spot. And when it does come down, and I don't think the horns are loud enough. But again, I don't think it'll be much of a factor.
All right, a whistle. teams in Oregon, of course, don't play with a shot clock, so it's
hope for not much longer, but I don't know. Maybe if I can get it done in my lifetime, my coaching career, that'll be a good thing. I think the state needs to do it. I think the nation needs to do it, and I believe it's going to start with the federation. I think they need to put in you got 3 years to get it done kind of rule so that we can all play the same game in every state.
We asked the Oregon coaches during our season, virtually to a man. Khalid Thomas with a 3. To a man, they said, give us the shot clock.
No doubt. I think it's 80-20, 90-10 in all the polls that I've seen.
It will require about 300 Oregon high schools to hit shot clocks.
Yeah, and you know what? Having been a coach for a long time and fundraising, it can be done, and it can be done in a way that is equitable for everybody.
Nice pass back.
That was Gittens on the dunk, and again, we are going up and down.
55-55. This game should be a tie. The way it's been played, it should be a tie. 55-55. 49 seconds. The pass almost stolen away. Underneath, wide open, right.
Breakdown defensively by Washington. I think they thought they were going to get a steal, and everybody leaked out.
Pryor with the bucket. When I said there was a lot of coast-to-coast action, that's what I meant right there. Players are driving the length of the court so they can get their own shot. 57-57. Under 20 seconds. Parker with the ball. Cameron Parker wants to run the clock down. It's down to 12. Dribbles behind his back. Oh, gets it off to Reichel. Reichel for 3. Yes! Reichel with 5 quick points. There's a shot at the buzzer.
Oregon 60, Washington 57. Stick around, folks. There's more coming in the second half.
All right, we made a correction there. That was Braden Olson with that last bucket. But here we are. We're at halftime. Our score, Oregon 60, Washington 57. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll come back and recap the scoring and talk about that first half.
Throughout the arena, tonight would not happen without their help and support. Please thank our sponsors with your patronage when you can. Our signature sponsor this afternoon is Merit Truax Foundation. The WH Press.
All right, we're back here at halftime at Liberty High School, the Northwest Shootout. Right now we're at halftime. Oregon 60, Washington 57. I'll recap the individual scoring for you quickly. For Oregon, Nicholas Assam, no points in the first half. Isaac Bonton, a total of 7. Elijah Gonzalez with 7. Spencer Hoffman with 7. Matthew O'Brien has a bucket for 2. Braden Olson, 2 3-pointers for 6 in the game. Cameron Parker, 5. Zach Reichel with 4. Khalid Thomas is the leading scorer for Oregon, and he has 17 in the game, including 3 3-pointers. Gino West with a couple of free throws for 2. For Washington, Joey Bedoya has 3 in the game. Cameron Cranston with 8. Sindhu Diallo with 5. Roberto Gittens has 2 buckets for 4 points in the game. Tanner Groves with 11. John Moore with 4. Jaden Noel with a total of 10. Nate Pryor with 8. Ryan Rico with 4. And Cullen Rump has not scored. So Thomas, the leader for Oregon, with 17. Groves, the leader for Washington, with 11.
Well, certainly Khalid Thomas was a huge difference in this game. Coming in when Oregon was struggling a little bit, And that 17 in the first half was done in a variety of ways. A couple dunks, a couple threes, pretty solid play by Thomas. And then for the Washington team, really impressed with Jalen Noel, a young man going to Washington that can do it in a lot of different ways. And then Tanner Groves. Tanner Groves, another player on the Washington team with some really good footwork, kind of what I would call a throwback player. A guy that kind of does it with the fundamentals rather than the spectacular athleticism.
We're up on the second level looking down on the game, and one of the scorekeeper just brought to us the official stats for the first half, and we've got the shooting percentages. Kurt, what does it show?
Well, Washington 24 for 46, 52%. Only 3 for 14 from the three-point line, which is a little unusual. I shouldn't say unusual, not what I expected, because remember the beginning of the game, they were nailing them in transition. And then the Oregon squad, 22 for 47 overall, 47%, 9 for 20 from the three-point line. And again, quick analysis, the three-point line was the difference, led by Khalid Thomas, who's 3 for 3 from the three-point line.
In the beginning, I would have never have thought that Oregon would get that close to 50% from the field as badly as they were shooting to start this game when they fell behind 22-7.
Yeah, certainly a great last 15 minutes of that first half after a slow start by the Oregon squad.
How about the rebounding totals for both teams?
Well, right now it looks like Washington with 22, 4 of those offensive. Oregon with 24, 6 offensive, so fairly even there. Looking down the stat line, 6 turnovers for Oregon, 7 for Washington, 15 assists for Washington, 18 for Oregon. So very even. I think the three-point line is the difference, and it's a three-point game. So if you're Washington, you feel pretty good about that. If you're Oregon, you shot pretty well. You're only up 3, at least from the three-point line. But again, it's an all-star game. I don't think they're in there strategizing or making big-time adjustments. I think they're just trying to make sure that all the boys get plenty of opportunity to get out there, maybe take advantage of a mismatch or two that they can get, and other than that, roll the ball out and let's play.
The three-point shooting there's a huge difference there. I mean, Washington is 3 of 14. That's 9 points. 14 shots, 9 points. Oregon is 9 of 20, 27 points on 20 shots. They've been very effective. That's 45% from three-point line.
Yes, for sure. And I think, again, the Washington squad shooting 52% overall saves them a little bit there, trying to make up for that big differential in the three-point game.
All right, nobody in any foul trouble in this game. So both teams look pretty good for the second half. 60 to 57, our score.
Yeah, Zach Reichel, a player that I was really excited to watch today, and he's a heck of a player. 0 for 2 from the field, and just 2 points for the Oregon squad. And then again, I mentioned Jalen Noel earlier, the University of Washington commit. Really a lot of fun to watch him play. He's got 10 points in 13 minutes of play.
In the paint, points in the paint. Washington 38, Oregon 26. So the Oregon getting beat in the paint, but getting 6 more three-point shots made. So it's kind of evened up. One team inside, one team outside. Yeah,
and I think you look at Tanner Groves and Colin Welp, both for Washington squad, kind of inside guys, kind of throwback kind of guys. And then you got 6'9" Khalid Thomas from West Lynn, who a 6'9" guy that played on the perimeter most of that first half for the Oregon squad.
Oregon 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Washington 6 of 9. So every little point here and there makes the difference. And currently Oregon leading by 3.
Yeah, a little stat that just kind of jumped out to me here looking through. Cameron Parker, Jesuit High School, 6 assists and 0 turnovers. That is a very, very productive point guard stat line.
The leading assist for Washington, Nate Pryor, has 5, but I hadn't realized that Parker had 6 assists in the first half, and great. When he was in there, he seemed to be very calm.
Yeah, looks like a ball player that knows how to play with different styles of play, and I think that's probably the kind of guy that thrives in this game. Has played with big guys probably at Jesuit, played with some smaller guys. I know a lot of these guys play the club circuit. He's a very adaptable player, and I would guess that in an all-star game like this, the adaptable guys can really fit in and thrive.
Interesting fact about Cameron Parker, he has a brother who plays for Central Catholic. and they happened to play each other at the beginning of the year. It was pretty interesting to watch.
I bet.
So,
different type of holy war there. Usually they just build the game as the holy war.
yes.
You've got brothers.
All right, we're just a couple of minutes away from the start of the second half. What are the keys to the second half, Kurt?
Again, with an all-star game, I think Washington clearly to me is a team that's got a little bit more physical style. So they're going to want to continue to put it inside first and, again, play off the three-point shot from inside out. Oregon, they're playing outside in right now, and it's working.
All right, I want to let our producer, Ryan Johnson, know that we'll hold off doing our schedule of upcoming events here. We'll hold off till the end of the game, and we'll do that just before we leave the air. So we'll stick here. This is pretty exciting action, and these teams are going to be over 100 points. Like Kurt said, maybe by the middle of the second half.
That's for sure. And again, I think this is a lot of fun, and the event itself, the charities that get involved, the kids get at the Mac Club downtown and have a dinner and a special time. And so I hope this is something that continues for a long time, because it's been a great run. It's the 23rd annual, and an opportunity for the best boys in Oregon and Washington, the best girls in Oregon and Washington to go head-to-head to play their last high school game and then move on to the next level.
I mentioned before we started the girls' record in this tournament action was 6-14. They won tonight to make it 7-14. Boys' action, the Oregon team actually leads 12-8 in Northwest Shootout action. So see if the Oregon players can hold on for another win tonight. We get a sweep.
Yes, it'd definitely be curious to see some of the old rosters. That would be fun maybe to do one of these times when we get out here. Some of the old rosters, maybe the Kevin Loves or Kyle Singlers, when they came through. Some of the guys that you watch on TV now on the NBA games and so forth. But Oregon's put out its share of talent. The population obviously keeps it to where you're not putting out 20, 25 guys like a California, Texas, or Florida. But some of the players that come out of Oregon are darn good. And I know that they were talking on the radio the other day about the best player at each college, and they mentioned Terrell Brandon in the mix for the best all-time in Oregon history, and being a Grant kid and so forth. And then on the women's side, we see some of the players that played here that they're at Tennessee now, or they're going to be at Tennessee.
Exactly.
So this is a neat event and really a neat little history to talk about.
The scoring record for the boys in this tournament in those games is held by Peyton Pritchard last year with 45 points in this game. And, of course, he made his way to starting point guard for the Oregon Ducks.
It's a lot of fun to watch him play on those games and kind of not knowing him well, but coaching against his sister and having met him a couple times. It's always neat to see a local guy do good. And whether you were a Wesleyan fan or you were playing against them, once they get off to college, I think I always become an Oregon fan. Just the state of Oregon, cheering for the guys that move on. Zach Reichel going to Oregon State, and Wayne Tinkle down there does a heck of a job. Hopefully he has a great career down there.
What's the key to Tennessee getting so many Oregon girls to go there? Is there some input or some local person who's steering kids to Tennessee? Because obviously right now they got Mercedes Russell, Jamie Nard, and Jordan Reynolds playing there. And of course we mentioned in the first game, Avita Westbrook headed there. What's the input?
I think the biggest thing is Holly Warlock has recruited the heck out of the Northwest. And sometimes it becomes a domino effect. One kid goes and the next kid goes. And then on the women's side, remember, those old tradition schools, nice block there by Groves, old tradition schools are going to get those kids because they're going to put 15,000 people in the seats. And kids want to go play there.
All right, Washington comes down after the miss and gets a bucket. That bucket was by Pryor. 60-59 our score. We're just underway in second half action.
And one thing I will say, though, the Oregon and Oregon State women's programs are really, really solid now. So I think in the future that those kids will stay home maybe a little bit more with Kelly Graves at Oregon and Scott Ruick at Oregon State. Really like to see those kids stay home and play there.
All right, the first free throw by Parker is good. Parker starting here in the second half. I was impressed with Oregon State, of course, and they made great runs, but Oregon really surprised me this year.
Kelly Graves, assistant Mark Campbell, done a heck of a job there. They're recruiting the daylights out of the...
How did they get Mark McGuire's niece to come there?
That's a good one. the summertime, working, and I think really recruiting is all about hard work and getting in front of those kids and communicating with them and letting them know that they want them. And
Parker
then,
misses a three. Ball loose, picked up underneath, sends it back out. West with a three-point attempt. Air ball doesn't go. 62-59, Oregon by 3, down the lane, the shot.
Going coast to coast.
That's Jordan Knoll with a bucket.
good idea, bad execution there. Great pass. Thomas just couldn't hang on there.
Thomas and Parker starting the second half here for Oregon. There's a shot for three, doesn't go, bounces up high, hits the top.
I thought that might have been out of bounds there, but again, making friends, we're not going to say anything.
I thought it was an out of bounds play too. Gonzalez misses the three. I don't have to worry like
you don't
do.
have to worry.
I can say
I
it hit
could
the
get
top.
these guys next year, and I'll say, hey, you know, I said a lot of nice things about you.
There we go.
I'll send him the link.
1 point lead for Oregon, 62-61. We're a minute and 30 seconds into the second half. Washington with the ball.
Little
down
post up
low.
by Cranston there.
The shot rolls around and finally drops through. Tanner Groves with the bucket. He has 13 in the game now.
Groves is an impressive player. I like that kid. He's going to be a real addition for the Eastern Washington squad. He makes plays.
And that's an offensive foul, using the arm to push the defender away. And the player, he's standing there still looking at the ref. That is Nate Pryor, and he's still talking to the ref. I think he just got a warning.
I just got to remind Nate that we're at an all-star game. It's okay.
Yeah.
Let it go.
63-62. There's a shot by Gonzalez for three. Drained it. High arcing shot.
Pretty sure you can't go underneath the screen against Elijah Gonzalez.
Right.
You got to go over. Pryor comes back right at him.
Pryor, who was irritated, decides to come down and take a shot, and he does.
Call that shooting angry. Nice pass by Gonzalez.
Gonzalez on the assist to Gino West. The lead is 4, 67-63.
It's like those sherbet-colored shoes are helping him, huh?
Ah, I like it. Jaden Knoll with the bucket.
That was Gittins on a steal and a bucket, so we're back tied.
Gittins steals the inbound pass and lays it in. That was easy. 67-67.
It's a little delay of game warning. I think the Washington squad tipped the ball away there. It's the old trick, you know, you slow it down and they get that little delay of game warning and slow the game down a little bit.
Gonzalez has 11 in the game now with the ball. Nice pass again underneath. Turnaround jump shot, it goes. Thomas with the bucket. And Thomas with 19.
Elijah Gonzalez kind of taking over a little bit for the Oregon squad here as far as distributing the ball and knocking down a three.
Gittins with another bucket. 69-69. In the Les Schwab tournament, Gonzalez put on a show in a couple of games.
Yes, he's
Took
a
the games over.
Fun player to watch. You know, Oregon City Clackamas in the same league. I get to see him when we play those back-to-backers, and he's fun to watch. Going to be a Portland State Viking next year.
Pull-up jumper in the lane, rolls across. Long pass ahead to Thomas. Thomas, the shot doesn't go. He wants a foul, he's not going to get it. Down the lane, I think. Traveling violation. 69-69. Gonzalez. Miss. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up Washington. Here they come ahead. And that knocked away by Gonzalez.
They got him on the wrist there running by. Probably a good play by Gonzalez right there to just foul and get the ball out of bounds underneath.
That was a nice assist down here that Gonzalez fed off to Gino West. I'd like to see them both together at Portland State next year.
You know, there's some opportunities for some college coaches if they're watching this game to maybe lock up a couple of these undecided players that I think are pretty darn good.
Rebound pulled away. quickly ahead for Oregon. Out on top, that's West. Braden Olson with the bucket.
If you didn't know better with the size of Gonzalez and Olson, you'd think just a couple kids snuck in and put uniforms on, but then you start watching them play, and you know why they're out here. Really, really great players.
Turn around, jump shot, good.
That was Gittens, and he has kind of taken over for the Washington squad. He's going to Boise State, and looks like they're excited in Bronco land to get him.
He had 4 at halftime. He's got 10 now. Thomas, yes, for 3. He's got 22 in the game. There's a shot. Thomas doing a good job inside rebounding, but that Noel with the bucket that time.
Yeah, physical Washington squad there. Kind of gets the finesse group there for the Oregon group out there.
West for 3, front iron.
He's had a tough night shooting the ball.
75-73. Oregon leads. Pull-up jumper by Noel doesn't go. Rebound inside and the little putback. Pryor with the putback.
Got done talking to the referees. He was ready to get an offensive board there.
75-75. Gonzalez for 3, in and out. Got to come out the bottom to count. Olson, ball knocked out of his hands. Khalid Thomas putting on a show.
Certainly offensively, he has been spectacular for the Oregon squad.
He's still undecided on the college. Whoever's watching this game ought to get some idea what he can do.
Yeah, certainly you'd think he's got a physical body, built like a strong young man. I think it'll be interesting to see what happens coming down in the late signing period.
Way out on top. That goes to Olson, Braden Olson.
And like I talked about earlier, hard to get in a lot of out-of-bounds plays for either team, so you're going to see some times where they just try to get it in and go play.
Olson and Thomas, both from West Lynn. There's a shot. Bonton with a shot inside, and that goes. Bonton now with 11 or 9 in the game.
Yeah, really nice play by Bonton there, reaching with the left hand to avoid that shot block, and comes right back.
Bonton too hard.
Pretty special footwork there on that one, though. That was fun to watch.
And there's a whistle and a foul. Bonton now with 9 in the game. Olson with a foul. So Bonton with 9, Gonzalez with 11. 77-75. Oregon leads by 2.
Uh-oh.
And going to throw that one away. Oregon ball.
And I'm not quite sure what he saw there, but again, fairly turnover free here for an all-star game, really. Just 13 total combined turnovers in that first half. So, again, somewhat well played, again, for an all-star game, which typically has quite a few turnovers just because of the lack of familiarity with each of the guys.
Bonton into Olson. Olson out on top. These are for Bonton. Bonton, the pull-up 3. Drilled it. 12 in the game for Bonton.
Call that the Kyrie Irving right there. He slide steps to the right and knocks it down. And if you can get the footwork right on that, that's a good shot.
3-pointer, it doesn't go. Bonton with the rebound. Knocked away. It goes off of Washington's feet. Bonton will inbound.
Cameron Parker checks back in for Oregon.
And we're getting a little closer to our 100-point guess there, Dan. Get maybe the 8-minute mark, possibly, when we might hit that.
Parker checks into the game. Bonton still with the ball. Off to the side. The shot, that doesn't go. Rebound, Oregon. Oregon. Pass stolen away. Stolen away again. We've got a whistle, and that's going to be a foul on the steal. That foul.
That was on number 14, Nicholas Assam.
That foul is on Nicholas Assam.
Joey
I
Bedoya.
think he thought he had it clean, A little back and forth action there on the turnover play.
80-75, 12:55 left to go here. And that's going to be a foul on Bonton. Thanks for joining us here at Liberty High School, the Merritt Truax Memorial Northwest Shootout. Oregon girls won 84-76. Oregon boys lead 80-75. I'm Dave Hall along with Kurt Guelsdorf, bringing you this action on Oregon Sports Speed. Pull-up jumper drill.
A one-on-one play by Pryor there and knocks it down.
Three-pointer for Pryor, 80-78. The lead is 2. We had a whistle.
A foul in the backcourt there. Washington picked up full court. Foul was on 21, John Moore.
Foul on Moore. Inbound to Parker. Parker, who had 6 assists in the first half. Parker down the lane, and the referee, I thought he was going to start to signal travel, but he didn't. He called a foul.
Fouls on Washington's number 34, Tanner Groves. Non-shooting
Foul is on Tanner Groves. Sam to inbound the ball. He's going to play football at Portland State. He looks like a football player. Left-handed jump shot put up, doesn't go. And here comes Washington, trailing by 2. And on the baseline, underneath, the reverse layup. Moore with the bucket.
Back-to-back plays there by Moore.
Moore was 6 in the game, and the ball kicked out of bounds. Kicked out of bounds by Washington. We're tied at 80-80. 12:06. Hoffman checks in for Oregon. Hoffman from Churchill.
Oregon going 6'10", 6'9" up front right now.
That's O'Brien and Hoffman.
back in for Washington.
Lob inside, Bonton outside, now goes down the lane, puts up a shot, rolls around, doesn't go, whistle and a foul.
Kind of late whistle there on that one, but clearly some contact there as Bonton went in for that lay-in.
Foul was on Tanner Groves. Bonton at the line. First shot on the way, bounces around and drops through. 13 in the game for Bonton.
Isaac Bonton
Gets the second, 14 for Bonton. The lead is 82-80. Bonton, one of those volume guys, can get hot and then get a bunch of points all at once. Underneath the stuff. That's Moore.
Yeah, another nice pass by Pryor. Broke down the defense up top and hit his teammate down there for the easy basket.
That's Giddens with the bucket, and he's had a number of points here in the second half.
Yeah, Giddens is a physical specimen. Fun to kind of watch him move.
I believe O'Brien driving down the lane at 6'9".
Okay, we got it looks like an offensive foul here.
Oh, you're right.
Foul is on number 32, Spencer Hoffman.
Actually, the foul is on Hoffman.
Yeah, kind of after the basket kind of play, I think they're calling it. It's going to be possession, Washington.
Right. Offensive foul on Hoffman. Give the basket to O'Brien. He has 4 in the game. The lead is 2, 84-82. Down the lane, shot, doesn't go. Hoffman with the rebound, ahead to Bonton. Bonton to Parker, back to Bonton.
Boy, Parker with another nifty assist there.
I said Bonton scores in bunches, and right now he's on one of those bunches scoring, but great assist from Parker.
Yeah, I like his game. He is unselfish.
Cranston for 2. Cranston now with 10 in the game. The lead is 2, 86-84. Down the lane, Parker dishes off. Hoffman tries to pick up the ball, it's loose.
Oh my, late call there.
Very late call.
Washington was already going the other way.
Foul is on number 34,
And another foul on Groves.
I'd love to see the replay of that one. See what they saw.
Groves checks out. Got to get the ball in. In the middle.
That's travel.
Traveling.
Good call. Good call. He slid. Shot blocker came over, slid his feet.
Awesome that time on the call. There's the shot. A tip. That doesn't go. A putback doesn't go. Another tip doesn't go. Another shot doesn't go. And then a whistle. 5 shots at the bucket for Washington. All of them within about 2 feet of the bucket.
Again, Washington, a little paint domination, a little similar to the first half. Looking at those first half numbers, it was a big discrepancy between the Washington and Oregon squads.
Pryor at the line. First shot bounces around. That doesn't go. Like there's a lid on the bucket now for Washington. 86-84. Second shot. Pryor gets that one.
Cranston back in the game for Washington. Groves going out.
Pryor was 16 points in the game.
It's had a nice solid game. Great assist to turnover ratio. Kind of sort of running the offense for Washington. As far as an all-star game goes, not a ton of set offense.
Bonton dishes off to Assam. Send it back out on top. Parker for 3. That's going to be short, partially blocked.
Yeah, I worry that Parker's trying to draw contact there. I don't know if you saw that, Dave, but his body kind of twisted. That gets you in trouble sometimes.
That bucket was by Cranston. And there's a whistle and a foul.
I'm going to go to the line for the one-on-one here. This is what, another thing that I hope we can change in the high school game is in the quarters, 5 fouls a quarter and then resets, because I think you can turn a really good game into a free throw contest.
Exactly.
And I think here is a great example. I know it's an all-star game, but we're going to shoot free throws now for the last 10 minutes rather than reset it after 10 or 8, whatever the high school game is. I think there's a way you can do it and still have the idea of a one-on-one and so forth.
Bonton misses the free throw. Washington comes right back, drives down the lane, lays it in. That was Jaden Knoll.
Yeah, Knoll's a heck of a player. He coast to coast there, finished. Again, we've said this a lot of times. He's a University of Washington commit.
The lead is 3 for Washington, 89-86. Free throw's good by Knoll.
Biggest lead for Washington in a long time.
Exactly. 90-86, Washington leads. We still got 9 minutes, more than 9 minutes left in this game. Gonzalez loses the ball, gets it back.
And you see Pryor in a deep defensive stance against Gonzalez up there.
Bonton stepped on the end line.
Washington seems to have stepped up the defensive pressure the last 2 possessions. And some of that's due to the personnel, and I think some of it's due to the fact that they've kind of recognized some of the personnel for Oregon. Gonzalez shoots the 3, Thomas shoots it. They've done a better job.
Out on top for 3, short. Fight for the rebound. Gonzalez tried to come up with it. Another 3 rolls around, that doesn't go. And finally the rebound. That rebound goes to Thomas, and he's fouled. And you're right, Kurt, we're going to see a lot of free throws over this last 9 minutes.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's exactly what the fans want to see. And I know we can't always cater to the game, always to the fans, but as Oregon high school basketball nationwide, we've really got to do a good job as administrators of the game, coaches of the game, fans of the game, to keep it relevant, keep it fresh, and if there's changes that need to be made, we need to make them now rather than waiting, because I think, the way the game has slipped kind of toward the AAU side versus the high school side, I think we've got to really do our best to make the high school game watchable, fun to go to, and entertaining for our fans.
1 of 2 for Thomas. He has 24 in the game. Gonzalez comes down with the ball, down the lane, dish off in the corner. There's the shot by Thomas for 3. How in the world did he hit that shot?
That's what he's been doing all day long.
Up in the air, he shot a high arcing ball. He was off balance, drilled it, 90-90 our score. Thomas with 25. Rebound, and loose on the floor. And We'll see. Let's see. I think possession arrow goes to, or we got a foul.
Foul. It's going to be more free throws here.
Zach Reichle at the line. 90-90, 8:32 left in this game.
Reichel's had kind of a quiet outing. Again, Gatorade Player of the Year here in Oregon, and I believe a two-time state champion at Wilsonville High School.
He has 5 in the game.
Yeah, Oregon State commit.
Make it 6. 6 in the game for Reichel. 92-90. Down the lane, the layup and in.
Yeah, that's where Gonzalez's lack of size defensively hurts him.
Pryor, nice pass by Gonzalez. Thomas, again a 3.
I saw him like 4 days after.
Thomas hit from the right side. This time it's from the left side. Inside, almost a goaltender.
We're getting close, Dave. 95-94.
Down the lane, Bonton lays it in. Bonton, they just let him go down the lane that time for 2.
I think Washington just want to get the ball back, so they can go do the same thing.
Exactly. Defense, who wants to play defense? I want the ball. This is Knoll, Jaden Knoll inside with the bucket. We're at 97-96, Oregon leads. We'll hit 100 with 7 minutes to go in the game.
No doubt about that.
Bonton. And the whistle and a foul.
Yeah, Knoll's looking for the hook, and I think probably they fouled each other there, and Knoll got caught.
Say, Bonton goes to the line. 97-96. Oregon wants to take a timeout. We're going to see a fast pace from here on out. We're going to see lots of free throws.
It'll be interesting to see in a tight game like this whether those last couple minutes that either of the head coaches try to maybe get a set play for a bucket, or they can continue just to be up and down, and whoever has the ball last wins.
Well, we mentioned Thomas. Thomas has 28 in the game, but you can't overlook some of the other Oregon players. Parker with all the assists. Gonzalez with the great play. Bonton's been on a roll and has a bunch of points now.
Yeah, Bonton's had a very good run here in the last 10 minutes here for the Oregon squad.
He has 18 in the game. He had 7 at halftime. So West, Bonton, Thomas.
Braden Olson, number 52.
Braden Olson out on the core.
Zach Reichel, number 33.
And Reichel. There we go. That's 5 for Oregon. They lead by 1, 97-96. Bonton at the line. First shot, Bonton gets it. He has 19 in the game now.
Look for number 24, Roberto Gittins for Washington, probably on this next possession.
Second shot on the way, Bonton, he has 20.
He's had some rest, I think, ready to make a few plays.
28 in the game for Thomas, 20 in the game for Bonton. Cross-court pass. Pull-up jumper, rolls around and drops through.
Jalen Knoll again. Ooh, interesting no call there.
Pull-up jumper, West, air ball.
West has not shot the ball well today for the Oregon squad.
Pryor with a bucket. There is Bonton, rolls around, doesn't go. That's going to be a foul inside.
That's going to be on West for a push on the rebound. 1-1 for the Huskies. Gosh, I gave him a nickname.
Might as well start calling them the Ducks and the Huskies, right?
It is awkward. You just don't have any finish to anything.
Right, you can't use a nickname here. Yeah. Dino West has been struggling in this game, struggling to find his shot. Committed a foul here. This is Brian Rico at the line. Gets the first free throw. We're 101 to 97 now. I'm sorry, 101 to 99.
Hey, we just passed that one up. You missed it.
All right, Washington leads by 3, 102 to 99. 6:30 left to go in this game. Bonton dishes off. That's
Reichel, missed 3
Reichel
there.
missed the 3.
Just hasn't gotten in a rhythm today. It just seems like, again, sometimes in these games, players that are used to having set plays run for them all the time, maybe are basing an offense around one player. Doesn't happen in a game like this. You really have to create your own shot, make your own plays, and that doesn't always play well for every style of player.
Cameron Parker cut down the lane that time. Nobody saw him. Wide open under the basket. He was jumping up and down, waving his hand. Nobody saw him.
Matthew O'Brien checks back in for Oregon.
O'Brien checks back in for Oregon. 6'9".
Looks like Parker got hit in the nose or something there. And that hurts Oregon a little bit. He's been the go-to guy.
Pull-up jumper, short iron. That was Bonton. Oregon comes back with the ball down the lane inside, puts up the shot. Parker doesn't go, tipped in.
Nice play by O'Brien. Great hustle play.
O'Brien tipped that in. 102-101 underneath.
And a foul. Technical foul.
Gittins with the bucket.
Yeah, Gittins shouldn't have done that. Certain players play the right way, certain players don't. I hate to make a broad statement there, but there was a little bit of trash talking underneath that dunk. Oregon's going to get 2 free throws here.
Gittins, that's the chance. So foul on the play. He had a chance for a 3-point play. Didn't get that. Now Oregon will shoot for the technical foul at the line. Cameron Parker. Parker will get 2 shots here. Left-hander on the way, in and out.
And I applaud the Washington coaches for taking Gittins out of the game, even if it's just temporarily. I think it's important at the high school level, no matter what, we try to teach the right habits, try to teach the right thing, and you just can't taunt there. And hopefully he'll learn his lesson and go be a great player at Boise State.
Well, he got a slam dunk. Then he missed the free throw, and he got assessed 2 technical fouls, so it didn't work out that great. And he got set down on the bench. 104-102.
Nate Pryor with the ball, done a great job for the Washington squad, and I think, again, it's a free throw contest now.
Fouls on number 21, Cameron Parker.
Foul is on Cameron Parker. Pryor at the line, shooting 2. There's a 2-point Washington lead. 5:30 still left to go in this game. Lots of time. Pryor misses the front end. Second shot on the way. Got that one.
Good. I don't want to say big possession here for Oregon, but again, you feel like it's right at that point. It could go either way here. See what Cameron Parker and Thomas do up top in a little pick and roll action.
Bonton for 3. I'm sorry, Parker for 3.
There it is, Parker.
Parker hits it. The game is tied again at 105. 5 minutes left to go in this game, and each team has 105 points. Washington with the ball. Pull-up jumper by Noel for 3, and that is going to be out of bounds. Nice try by Thomas to save the ball. Goes about 4 rows up in the stands.
Good play again. Lots of athleticism out here. Oregon with a fairly good defensive possession, forcing a fairly contested 3. Don't get the rebound though, so now Washington coming back at him.
Washington with the ball. We're even at 105. Inside. Down the lane, the layup, and it goes.
Well, that was Cranston on assist from Grove. Really nice curl by Cranston.
12 in the game for Cranston.
And then again, a little bit of trash talking there too. Going from the Oregon side to the Washington side on that one.
Parker at the line. I think that's a great idea, Kurt, about it, the resets on the fouls.
Yeah, I think it just, if you did it every quarter, again, I'm really in favor. Let's make the game the same everywhere. High school, college, pros. Let's play 24 seconds. I know that sounds extreme, but you know, Canada, the 400 other countries except for America, Canada, Spain, Europe, you name it, they play FIBA rules and play that game. And I think over the course of a lifetime, young players get more possessions, they learn how to play more, and it's more fun.
Parker gets 1 of 2. He has 12 in the game. 107-106 Washington.
And Nate Pryor with the ball in his hands for Washington here this last little stretch. He's made some good decisions for him.
Made some good shots too. There's a shot short. Rebound quickly ahead and knocked away. Knocked away from Bonton. It goes out of bounds, but be Oregon ball.
Ryan Rico with the missed 3 there. He struggled a little bit from the perimeter for the Washington team.
Rico has 6 in the game. Son of the head coach. Parker. Oregon trails by 1. 106. Parker dishes off to O'Brien. Another great assist by Cameron Parker.
Yeah, nice pass off a little high pick and roll there. Parker and Thomas played some pick and pop and no defensive rotation.
You know, I like Parker's game a lot. Stolen away by Bonton. Here comes Bonton. Dribbles behind his back. Goes to the length of the court. Lays it in. Now that's a show.
That was special. He got through 3 defenders in the backcourt, came down against the shot blocker, and was able to finish. That was special.
Stole the ball, dribbled through 3 defenders behind his back, went the length, went down the lane between 2 more defenders, and laid it in.
And again, that's what these games really are about for the fans, is seeing special plays like that you might see, you know, once a week in a high school game. You're going to see 15, 20 times in an all-star game.
Exactly. 110-107. Oregon leads by 3. 3:39 left to go in this game. Well, it's going to be an exciting finish, Kurt.
It is. And a little ZZ Top to finish it off with, huh? You got to love that.
Did they play ZZ Top in Oregon City?
I don't know, but I think Ryan must have requested it, because I think the volume went up on the ZZ Top.
It did. It did. He turned the volume up.
It'll be Washington ball coming out of the timeout. Maybe a set play drawn up by the Washington squad. You've got Gittens and Knoll on the floor. Probably going to see them with the ball.
Thomas, Parker, O'Brien, Bonton, and is that Wes? Yes.
I think it is Wes. And you've got Pryor and Knoll in the backcourt there for Washington. Groves and Gittens and Rico down there at the other end of the floor. Again, Pryor's been running the 1 for him, done a heck of a job for the Washington squad.
He has been doing a good job. Makes good decisions. A pull-up jumper, that'll be it. Wow, that is a 3.
Wow. Simple basketball, pick and roll. Get your great players the ball in an easy place to make a play.
Here comes Parker. Parker dishes off. The shot by West. Oh!
Thomas.
He has 31 in the game.
Yeah, he has been absolutely unbelievable. Contested 3 there. He's feeling it.
113-110 down the lane. The shot. Chino West finally gets a bucket to go down. He's got 6 in the game. 115-110 Oregon. 2:50 left to go in this one. And that's going to be a foul on O'Brien reaching in.
And they're shooting 2 the rest of the way. Had a little stretch where no fouls. That was kind of good. I like to see that up-tempo. Referees let them play. Let the guys make the game go either way.
This is Jaden Knoll. at the line. We got a bunch of players with more than 20 points in this game.
This is where my Algebra 1 skills kick in, huh?
Yes.
All those students at Oregon City that I tell them, hey, you're going to use this. You'll need it in this game.
And Noel misses the first free throw. 115, 110. The time left is 2:47.
Double bonus both ways, too. It's one of those ones that you hope the guys get to make plays on their own.
There's nobody in the lane for Washington.
Well, they've done that all night.
Second shot on the way. Noel gets that one. Here comes Oregon, leading by 4. Inside, a high bounce. Bonton gets hit in the face. Not down court. There's the lay-in.
Nice job by Cranston there. He used his body there to seal off the defender. It's like Bonton still grabbing his eyes a little bit there. Hopefully he's okay.
He is.
Pick and pop with Thomas again.
The lead is 2. And kick ball quickly ahead.
Wow.
Underneath, turnaround shot doesn't go. Tips up and in.
Oh, no. Oh, no. They're going to call a delay of game. And it's going to be a technical foul on Washington. Their second of the game.
It's 115, 115. Kick the ball out of bounds.
Yeah. I still don't know if with 2 minutes to go, tie game, I think you let that go.
You're losing your friends.
Yeah.
Bonton at the line, first shot, he gets it. Get 2 shots and the ball.
Yeah, they had the ball anyway. Didn't need to do it.
Bonton will get the shot and then the ball. 1 point Oregon lead, 116, 115. Second shot, Bonton misses that one. Rubs his eye again. He must have got poked in the eye.
I used to do that when I missed too. I missed and I'd grab my eye or my elbow, one of those two things. So
I look at the ball. I look at the ball.
The other one is ask the referee to get a towel. The ball's a little wet. Too slippery.
Right. Oregon inbounds. That's West to Bonton. Bonton's played extremely well there in the second half. Bonton gets a screen, loses the ball. West picks it up.
And a fortunate break there to kick it back to West.
West looks down the lane, goes inside, loses the ball. There's a whistle. West is going to go to the free throw line.
Fouls number 5, Jalen Noel. Since Gino West is going to shoot 2.
West with 6 in the game, 7.
Ryan Rico back in for Washington.
And the lead is 2, 117, 115. Ryan Rico checks back in.
I'm feeling this is probably going to come down to the last possession here, depending on who has it.
West gets both of them. 8 points in the game for West.
2 minutes to go. You're looking at probably 7 or 8 possessions left. Wow. Pryor. Woo, baby, that was a tough shot.
Pull-up jumper right at the top of the foul line and drilled it.
A hand in the face, too.
Thomas way outside. No, that's not going to go.
Yeah.
That would have been his longest range shot.
Here comes Pryor again.
Pryor trying to take over the game for Washington. Goes down the lane and is fouled. Washington trails by 1, 118, 117, 123 left, and Nate Pryor to the line. You have to say he has played outstanding.
That's for sure. You know, Seattle U commit, and we've just seen him for the first time tonight. He has made some special plays out there. He's assisted. He's taken care of the ball. When he's need to score, he's scored. Although he has missed 2 key free throws here.
Exactly.
Down the stretch.
You can miss free throws, but missing key free throws, that's a danger. Could have given Washington the lead. Now the best he can do is tie it up.
Such a big part of the game, and it just adds up. It's one of those things as a coach, we know how valuable free throw line is. Oh, my.
And Pryor missed them both.
And that is huge because,
and there's a whistle and a foul. I almost thought Bonton had traveled.
Yeah. I think that was either a travel or a foul. It looks like the decision to call the foul there.
117 sends Bonton to the line. A 1-point Oregon lead, 118-117.
This has turned into that free throw shooting contest we talked about.
Bonton, exceptional free throw shooter, hits that one. The lead is 2. Hits that one. The lead is 3. Bonton had 7 at halftime.
Little high screen by Gittens there. Pryor going one-on-one. Kicks it to Cranston.
Cranston, no, doesn't go. Rebound inside, the shot, that doesn't go, the putback. Gittens with a putback.
Timeout, Washington.
The lead is 1, timeout Washington, 120-119, 55 seconds left to go in this game.
And there was also another little tip there that wasn't called on that. So lucky for Washington, they get the timeout. They're going to talk defense probably right now. I would imagine they're talking about making sure Thomas doesn't get a clean look. They don't need to foul. It's only 1 possession. There's going to be at minimum 2 possessions here. Could go either way.
You know, I'm starting to think you'd like to be down there.
Hey, this is fun. This is the fun stuff. Strategizing at the end of the game is really fun, and especially when we're in the summertime when we get to play with a shot clock and we have our possession charts out, and with 2 minutes to go it's about 6 possessions, a minute and a half it's about 5 or 4 depending, and it really is fun. Right now technically there's 2, but you know, does Oregon go for a quick shot so that they get the ball back one more time?
Right.
Now they could hold to the end of the clock, but then Washington gets to hold to the end of the game.
Right.
So
you don't want to do that, do you?
Yeah, you know, if I'm Oregon, see if I can get Parker and Thomas involved in some sort of 2-man game. You've got Gonzalez out there, you've got Bonton out there that can shoot the corner 3. Lots of options here with all these great players.
During the year, Jefferson came close on only 1 or 2 games, but in those games, Geno West won the games with shots at the end.
It looks like Gonzalez and Thomas are waiting. They're going to play the slowdown here, which means Washington's going to get a last shot to either win it or
exactly
go a long bus ride home.
Gonzalez out on the dribble. Down the lane. Parker. Turn around. Doesn't go. Washington comes down with it 25 seconds ahead. Stolen away by Bonton. Bonton. And we had a whistle and a foul. They fouled Bonton.
Yeah, interesting there. Washington had the turnover.
And got it away.
Yeah, that turnover play, that never works.
The lead is 1. Bonton needs 2 shots to get the lead to 3.
Yeah,
Isaac at the line. Bends. Shoots. Yes.
I'm not sure how many timeouts they get in this all-star format, but I think Washington either thinks timeout now to freeze them, or if they just have 1 left, not sure what they're going to do. It looks like they're electing to let him shoot. If I had 2 timeouts, I'm taking it to make him think at least for a timeout and then talk about make or miss.
Bonton on the way, goes. The lead is 3. Oregon leads by 3, 122-119. 16 seconds. And now Washington wants to take that timeout.
Yeah, you know, and again, not knowing how many timeouts the All-Star game allows, I would have probably taken 1 there, maybe, okay. And then again, you saw what Roy Williams did against Kentucky when he let them play off a free throw and got them an opportunity, or got them off the shot by Monk there. Sometimes it's easier when the defense isn't set. Yes, Washington's going to get a play here, but Oregon gets to talk about it too.
Ryan will take a 30-second timeout at the end of the game. We'll come back to recap the scoring, and then we'll put up our graphics for the schedule. So do you, if you're Washington, do you come down, get a bucket right away, and then foul and hope to get another situation, or do you go for a 3-point shot to tie it up?
Well, here's their dilemma. They at the 20-second mark, I think you should have taken the timeout right away. 20 seconds now, you could go hard for a 2, or you could go 3. Now with 14, you could do it, and you could play the foul game, but I think you've got a heck of a lot of good shooters on that Oregon squad right now. They're bringing Reichel in to shoot a free throw. They've got the best free throw shooters out there. So now my guess is they're going for 3, but that's just a guess.
Parker not in the game. Washington gets the ball in, way in backcourt.
And now they got to go for 3. They're going to take too much time otherwise.
Pryor with the ball.
Picker.
To Knoll. Knoll pull up 3.
And he got hammered.
And he got fouled. He got fouled by Bonton.
Easy call there.
Bonton runs over to the coach right away. I think what he was saying was, I didn't foul him, but...
Fouls on number 25, Khalid Thomas.
Well, the actual call is Khalid Thomas on the foul. And that's going to send Knoll to the line. 3 seconds up on the clock. Knoll's got to hit all 3 of these. Benz, first shot on the way. Yes.
Hope I put enough money in the meter here. We could be doing a little overtime.
Knoll.
Liberty High School patrol there. We'll see what happens.
Bonton, second shot. Knoll, second shot. That goes.
Well, here's the money shot, as they say.
And
good timeout by Oregon right here.
Oregon takes the timeout.
Good timeout.
Knoll stands at the line, looks for a minute, and then walks away. 122, 121, 3 seconds, 3.3 seconds left to go. Jaden Knoll at the line.
Yeah, I think Oregon right now is doing 2 things. They're trying to freeze a shooter, and then number 2, they're drawing up a play when it goes in, which to me is going to be something with Cameron Parker in the ball and Khalid Thomas at the other end of it, trying to get up something quick.
If you had a timeout left, would you take another timeout?
You know what? Possibly. 3 seconds. You know, if you had 1 more second, you might be able to get the ball to half court, take another timeout. If you had it, you don't want to take it to the parking lot with you. Sure, why not? They don't give you extra points for taking timeouts home.
Right.
I'm one of those guys. I save them all almost. I want to play fast and then have all my timeouts for the last 5 minutes to win the game.
All right, Jaden Knoll goes to the line. He's headed to the University of Washington next year. He's got to make this free throw.
And Washington's going to be possibly running a free throw play here with Gittens and Reichel down there to try to tip something in, because a tip in works.
There it is, the shot, and it rolls around and goes
through.
through.
Oh my gosh, so we're 3 seconds. They're going to get the ball to Parker.
Parker's going to have to get a shot off, pulls up, dishes off. They're not going to get a shot away. The play was to go to West in the corner.
And interesting, I don't think the clock started on time. Referee makes the decision that the time ran out, and we're going to overtime.
Overtime, folks.
You're right, the clock didn't start.
Stick around, we're going OT.
And the referee just said, that's all the time.
Oh,
and
baby.
We're going to a 4-minute overtime.
We are.
122, 122. Overtime.
Does that mean an extra bump in the pay from Ryan? Is that what's going on? We're going overtime? Oh, my.
It means you can't get in any more trouble.
Oh. Yeah, interesting there with no clock starting. This is getting pretty entertaining here. You've had a little bit of controversy, a little bit of smack talking. Delay a game, technical. You don't see that very often. And some spectacular plays by both squads.
We've seen a couple of technical fouls here in the last portion.
Yes, we have.
One for kicking the ball out of bounds, one for celebrating after a slam dunk. So out on the court for Oregon, here comes Thomas, Parker, Bonton, Reichel, and Assam. No, I'm sorry, Gino West. That's 24, not 14. Thomas will jump it up. And he'll jump it up against number 24. That is Roberto Gittens. Gittens was the one who drew a technical foul for the slam dunk.
Yes. So it's interesting that you notice the rotations have really tightened up. The getting everybody in thing has kind of been pushed to the side a little bit here as these teams have gotten more competitive. That's Rico. Another missed three by him.
Pryor dished the ball off to Rico. Missed the three. Oh, what a move by Parker. Parker came down at the free throw line, stopped, spun around, and went the rest of the way, laid it in. Oregon breaks on top, 124-122.
Oh, my.
Bonton knocks it away, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Bonton. But a great defensive play.
Yeah, half a step away from a 4-point ball game there.
Half a step away from a breakaway. Pryor, he's been on the point the whole game pretty much. There's a shot.
Yeah, Rico knocks one down there, 15-foot range.
Rico, he has 8 in the game. We're even.
Another nice assist by Pryor. He's got to be in double digits at this point.
Move inside. Reichley with the shot blocked.
Yeah, he struggled tonight against the athleticism of Washington.
That was Gittens with the bucket on a breakaway there. Now it's a 2-point Washington lead. West, Parker. Parker's been deadly on assists tonight. Down the lane, Parker, the shot, he lays it in. You know, they were looking for Parker to dish off both times, and he's come down the court and laid the ball in.
Big question here is, how is he undecided? How in the world is Division I, Division II, somewhere has got to want that kid, because he has been spectacular tonight.
He can run an offense.
He can score, he can pass, play some defense.
Bonton puts up a shot, and it's good. How did Bonton get that shot off?
I don't know. There's some talent out there.
128-126. Bonton headed to Montana State, by the way. Oh, and he dribbled that off his foot. I believe that's, no, I was going to say Oregon ball. Let's see. It is. He dribbled it off his foot.
Yeah, that was, I couldn't see anything there. There's too many feet down there to make a guess.
150 left to go in overtime. 2-point Oregon lead. Bonton starts down the lane. Bonton putting on a show now, high off the glass.
That was sweet.
130-126. Pryor starts down the lane, pulls up, works inside. Little shot doesn't go. 2 scoops doesn't go. Bonton with a rebound. Bonton, look out.
No.
Threw it away. Underneath, that doesn't go. Tipped West with a rebound. And West stepped out of bounds. Oh my.
There's some plays being made out there, good and bad.
Good and bad. Well, I'm not so sure. I mean, West got that rebound, turned around, and he was out of bounds. 130-126, 4-point Oregon lead. And that's stolen away. Reichley steals it away, and he's fouled. Well, I think they put him in for free throw shooting, and I think he's going to get a chance to see.
Yeah, he's got a sweet touch, sweet stroke.
4-point Oregon lead, 130-126, 1:16 to go. Reichley at the line. First shot, nice, left-handed free throw. Zach Reichley now has 7 in the game. Had an off night, but gets a chance to redeem himself here. Second shot on the way, he got them both.
We're at 2 possessions here. I think Washington needs to go a little quicker.
1:11 left to go. Pryor with the ball, guarded by West. There's pick and roll.
Pick and roll, yeah.
Outside the shot, that's not going to go. Rebound, put back, that doesn't go. Fight for the rebound, loose on the floor. And the bucket that time was by Cranston.
Some big-time offensive rebounding there by the Washington squad, because Oregon gets that, it's going to be tough.
So the lead is 4, 132-128. 53 seconds left to go in this one.
I think here you probably have to come out and press. Try for a steal. for maybe 10 seconds, 8 seconds, and then it's 2 possessions. And you don't have that many left in the game unless you foul. So maybe press, go for a steal, and then come back the other way quickly. Just don't have, and we don't have an idea what their timeout situation is. So if they have 3 timeouts, then they can do other things. If they're down to 1, then who knows?
Boy, it's going to be tough to pick an MVP of the boys' game.
Well, you know, it was Khalid Thomas early. I mean, if it would have been over in the third quarter or halfway through the second, it would have been Thomas. But, you know, Bonton has been spectacular down the stretch here, and Parker has been spectacular. And then on the Washington side, you know,
Noel Pryor.
Giddens, yeah, and Pryor. There's 3 outstanding guys on each squad.
All right, Parker's going to bring it up.
They are not going to foul, and they're going to try to trap.
And they do foul.
They do foul.
44 seconds left to go. The lead is 4, 132-128. Cameron Parker to the line. Parker from Jesuit averaged 26 points a game.
One thing I would say, if that was truly an intentional foul, you wasted 10 seconds.
Parker has 18 in the game. 19. Yeah, if you were intentionally going to foul, you wasted 10 seconds there.
Yeah, but if you're going to try for a steal, then that's okay, that play there. So not knowing in the timeout what they were talking about. It is 2 possessions.
Parker has got 20 points. Hard to believe that he has 20. There's a pull-up 3, drilled.
Wow, now 3.
That was Pryor for 3.
Clock is running here. And there's a foul, out of bounds, foul.
31 seconds, the lead is 3, 134-131.
Yeah, and that might be a situation, again, in the college game, that clock stops on that shot. Notice, I don't know if you saw that, but there were 6 seconds that went off as Oregon smartly let the ball sit before they took it out of bounds.
Oh,
so,
okay, I got you.
You know, and that's a smart high school play. We talk about that all the time.
Bonton, he gets the first one. Now the lead is 4.
Now if you're Washington, 31 seconds.
Kurt, I know you teach math at Oregon City High School. I'm going to need your help figuring out these totals.
Yeah, well, I think they're going 5 fouls on Noel, which hurts the Washington squad. He's been spectacular for them. Made the 3 big free throws to get it to overtime. I think Washington can go 2 or 3, just because it's 5.
Bonton with another.
But they better go quick. If they go 2, it better be prior to the rim.
Pryor pull up 3.
Oh my God!
He buried it.
He hits it. Holy cow! And again, here the clock is running.
And a foul. Pryor hits the 3 again on a leaning shot that looked impossible. 136-134. Oregon leads by 2 with 17.9 seconds to go. How does Pryor hit those shots? Between Bonton and Pryor, I've seen impossible shots made.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal. And again, LAU's got a good one coming.
At the line, Chino West. First shot on the way, West gets it.
We're at that magic shot right here. And again, 17-9. Washington can still go both ways. They can go 3 or 2, either one. If they go 2, it's got to be quick.
West now is in double figures with 10.
Here comes Pryor.
Pryor with the ball. Somebody's got to
I
defend
double team him. If I'm Oregon, double team him.
Instead, Thomas knocks him down.
Yeah. You know.
Thomas with the foul. 11.9 seconds left. The lead is 4. Pryor, though, has missed 4 crucial free throws down the stretch of this game.
And you look at this point stretch of the game, it's 4. And so, yeah, free throws, as Bill Schonley used to say, matter.
And Pryor misses another.
And you got to make your free throws.
As amazing as he's been, he's now missed 5 free throws here in the 4th quarter.
Parker's letting him know. Cameron Parker's making sure he knows he missed those free throws.
And Pryor saying, hey, this guy's talking to me.
Yep. Oh, I think they love it.
Oh, he finally gets one.
Now you got a foul.
Okay.
Now they are riding him, and they're not.
And that's Bonton, who twice dribbles behind his back. Boy, that's scary. The clock goes down to 5.8.
Yeah.
The lead is 3. Bonton needs one of these free throws.
Interesting. It appeared to me that they were trying to foul here, and they let it go to there before calling it.
And that was 3 more seconds.
Yeah, that's every second is gold this time of the game.
Bonton gets that one.
I don't want to say that's the dagger, but that's a big deal.
Bonton has hit 12 free throws in this game already.
And this is where, if you're Oregon too, one thing I always like to do here is sub for the shooter to stop, so there's no transition. Oh, that's your ball game right there.
And an inbound pass, and it goes off of Giddens, out of bounds. Oregon gets the ball, leading by 5, 140 to 135. They're just going to toss the ball in. Expected Bonton trying to get the ball to Parker. He does.
No fouls here.
No foul. They're going to let the clock run out. And there it is. You can hear the fans going crazy. Oregon 140. Washington 135. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to take a 30-second timeout. When we come back, we'll try to have some of the individual scoring for you, and then we'll recap the game and we'll give you our schedule at Oregon Sports Beat.
Scott Press is going to now present our Most Valuable Player Award of the 2017, the 23rd annual.
All right, welcome back. We're here at halftime. They're about to announce the MVP of this game, and it's going to go Isaac Bonton. What do you think about that?
Hey, certainly. He was spectacular at the last part of that game. And again, early on, we talked about Clay Thomas from West Lynn. But Bonton, Park Rose High School, Montana State future player, was awesome down the stretch. Just awesome. I know you're getting his final totals here, but holy cow, that was a lot of fun to watch. Both teams looked like they were close to sealing the deal, and Oregon, again, who I think really second half felt like was in control of that Washington side. Really well played all-star game.
Let me give you the points. I haven't computed the points for Washington yet, but I at least want to get you the ones for Oregon. Here's the individual. Sorry, here's the individual scoring. For Oregon, Nicholas Assam, the only player who didn't score in the game. Isaac Bonton, 35 points. He had 7 at halftime. Elijah Gonzalez, 11 in the game. Spencer Hoffman, 7 in the game. Matthew O'Brien, 6 in the game. Braden Olson, 8. Cameron Parker, 20 in the game. He had 5 at halftime.
Yeah, and I bet you he had 12 assists. Easy.
Or more. Zach Reichel with 8 in the game. Khalid Thomas, 32 in the game. He had 17 at halftime. And Gino West, who had 2 at halftime, had 10. So if you look at that, Bonton had 28 points in the second half. Parker had 15 points in the second half. And Thomas had 15 points in the second half. That's the 140 points scoring for Oregon. I don't have the scoring. I haven't had a chance to compute all of that, but I can tell you most of the scoring done in this game by Washington was done by Jaden Knoll or Pryor. I think they were both over 30 in this game. So what a game. It was tied up at the end of the game, and the final score, Oregon wins it in overtime, 140 to 135.
Yeah, you know, early on it was really just transition and a lot of teams getting up and down. And then, you know, kind of settled into a basketball game with some pick and roll stuff. Cameron Parker looked really good in the half court stuff with some really good decision making. And Bonton his ability to finish in the paint, his ability to finish with big guys hanging on him was spectacular. And again, on the Washington side, Jalen Knoll, clearly a special player, twice headed to the Pac-12 at Washington. Gittens was really good for a stretch there for Washington. Got that big technical. Kind of changed when I thought Washington had momentum. I think it slowed it down a little bit. And then again, there's great players on both squads. It's going to be fun to see if some of these undecided guys start to decide that they've got some opportunities. But just watching some of these players play was a lot of fun. And Dave, you were awesome today.
You know, Oregon finishes with 2 players over 30, 35 for Bonton, 32 for Thomas. Washington also had 2 players over 30. It was 38 for the leading scorer in the game, Nate Pryor, and then 32 for Jaden Wool, also 18 for Cameron Cranston, and Roberto Gittens with also with 18.
Yeah, Nate Pryor was special for the Washington squad, really controlling their team, making good decisions, and when they needed to, put the ball in the basket. Again, spectacular game, well played for an all-star game, and a lot of fun for everybody.
And our MVP was Isaac Bonton. He had 35 points, and he gets the MVP trophy as the game. So if I'll get our producer Ryan Johnson to put our schedule up, I'm going to tell you about the Oregon Sports Beat schedule coming up over the next few days, and then we'll get some final comments from Kurt, and we'll get out of here. This has been an exciting 4.5 hours of basketball. Here's our upcoming schedule at Oregon Sports Beat. You can tune in and catch us at OregonSportsBeat.com. On the 21st, we got a baseball game coming up. Now that's next Friday, baseball game, Lake Ridge and Tualatin. Then on Tuesday, April the 22nd, you can see we have a girls lacrosse match, Central Catholic and Hood River. That game will be played at Delta Park. On the Wednesday the 26th, the track and field match, that's Central Catholic and Oregon City. And then final sporting event of this month will be a baseball game on Friday the 28th, Lake Ridge and Tigers. So that's our upcoming schedule here of high school sports action on your high school sports leader, OregonSportsBeat.com. All right, Kurt Guelsdorf, head basketball coach, Oregon City. You guys played for the state championship this year. Pretty exciting. Have you seen basketball lately as exciting as this?
You know what? When you're playing in those high school games, it's so intense and you're so involved, and then you get to come here, and I really enjoy this. This is just, I think the kids, the families, it takes it back into that perspective. It was meant to be fun. We play this game because it's fun. We enjoy it. And when you're the coach in that state championship, quarterfinal, semifinal, I'm like, boy, I don't know if it always feels like it's fun. So I really enjoy this kind of stuff. These great players getting to show their skills in front of the local fans. And again, it's a special memory for them and a special memory for me just to be able to call the game and watch these great players play.
I was recently back. I grew up in Ohio. I was recently back there, and I watched some of those games. You know, and when people think, oh, they can't play basketball out in the Pacific Northwest, the great high school players are more towards the Midwest and East. I'll tell you what, these are as good a players as I've seen anywhere in the nation.
Yes, there's no doubt the Pacific Northwest has produced some great players, and you know, you look back to Kevin Love, to Kyle Singers, even going back to the old days with Terrell Brandon and Damon Stoudemire. We can play out here. And there's a lot of great coaches too, so it's been a lot of fun. It looks like we're getting some final stats here to kind of confirm what you said. Bonton with 35, Parker 9 assists.
Wow.
Pryor with 35 and 8 assists. Just some spectacular play. A lot of fun.
All right, want to thank our crew tonight, our executive producer, cameraman, jack of all trades, Ryan Johnson, and running the audio for us, Sean Phillipson. I want to thank Kurt Guelsdorf, the head coach at Oregon City, for working with me tonight. Kurt, great job. Your expert analysis was right on spot.
Well, thanks, Dave. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate Ryan and the crew, and hey, if we can do this again soon, I'd love to.
All right, thank the people here at Liberty High School for their assistance. Of course, we want to thank the Merritt Truax Memorial Northwest Shootout, giving us all the information and taking care of us to begin this game. It was a great event, and I'll give you the final scores again in boys action. It was Oregon 84, Washington 76 or that was the girls action, I'm sorry. Girls 84-76, Oregon. Boys 140 to 135 in overtime. A win and a sweep for Oregon. So on behalf of all the people here at Oregon Sports Beat, I'm Dave Hall from Liberty High School saying good night, everybody.